Good evening, guys. It's Christian YouTube Daddy here. I've got a surprise for you. We're going to drive the lights. For those of you who haven't had the opportunity to see Blackpool's illuminations this year, it's day 2 of them. They obviously started yesterday on Friday, and that's when the switch on was, and they are now on. So it's now Saturday at 9:30 at night. So we're going to drive the lights together. So drive with me, Higgitt, and let's go and do the lights, and let's see what's about. Well, this is the opening arch as we first drive in. So we're up on by South Promenade, by the tram station. So it's just lots and lots of flashing lights at the moment here. So this is as you enter the beginning of the lights, for those of you who've not come in this way. As I said, this is South Promenade. So I don't know how busy it's going to be, so how long this is going to take us. But I thought, while I've got the time, I'm going to take this opportunity and we're going to do the lights together. Because I've not been down the lights for a couple of years, to be fair. Not all the way. And it's always good to drive the lights right at the beginning as well, because they're all working. If you leave in about a month or so, there's lights out and stuff like that. So this says Virgin Media on that one. Yeah, so these are obviously sponsored by Virgin Media. And these ones are Lush Puppy, whatever Lush Puppy is. Don't know what that is. Oh, that seems to be dogs. So puppy dogs, I'm assuming that's what that means. And we're in a queue already. I think we're coming up to the donation point at the moment. So for those of you who want to donate, you can donate either coming in or going out to the lights. There's a donation point right here, opposite Hamptons. I'm assuming that's why we stopped. May have been a mistake doing this on a Saturday. Oh my God, I've just seen the queue. The queue is absolutely massive. This could take a while now, guys. So these are very Christmassy type of looking lights here. As you say, here is your donation point. And they are very sparkly along here. I don't think they're meant to simulate anything at the moment. I like the ones that have got like the old type ones, like sooty and sweep ones and stuff like that, the ones from decades ago. So let's see actually what's here, because I know they do change them around every year. This could be a long video. I remember many years ago, before I lived here, I came on a coach tour here, and we went through the lights. Oh, I'm talking probably end of the 80s and middle of the 80s, probably mid 80s actually. Yeah, I think it was after I think when I first left school, and I come on a coach party with the people I used to work with, and we were stuck in the lights for hours. There used to be coaches going down the lights, and they used to be stuck in there for hours, and there would be people jumping on the coaches, selling you flashy wristbands and neck braces with lights on and all that kind of stuff. And it was such a novelty. You know, I've never seen anything like this before. So as I said, the light started yesterday. The big switch on was yesterday. Could you have been to the petrol station, put some more petrol in my car? Well, there's not a lot I can say about them at the moment because they're just, I don't know what they're meant to be. Maybe love hearts or something like that. Obviously, when I drive around normally, at this time of the year, I completely avoid the front. Someone just took a turning there. They got bored with it already. I think the ones ahead of us seem to be Nickelodeon. Now I'm assuming they're there because they've got a Nickelodeon land within the Pleasure Beach. Or they certainly used to have. I don't know if they still have because it's been years since I've been in the Pleasure Beach. I've not been in the Pleasure Beach since they put the covers charge on. That shows you how long it is since I've been in the Pleasure Beach. Do you remember back in the day when you used to have to go in there and walk around for free? And then decide what ride you wanted to go on and just buy the tickets for that ride? I think I might have picked the worst time as well. You can see people taking the see that's what I like to see. The guy selling all the flashy stuff. That's what I like to see. Back in the day, here back home when I was a lad, when I first came to Blackpool, I used to do that and do the illumination, sell the flashy stuff. So here we go, Nickelodeon land. So we've got SpongeBob SquarePants, there he is, SpongeBob. We've got, is that Patrick, I think. And then you got, is it Mr. Krabs? I'm trying to remember now, who owns the Krabby Patty. And is that Squidward? Something like that. And then you got, looks like Dora the Explorer. I know that Dora the Explorer there. I don't know what the monkey's called. Please put in the comments below if you know what the monkey's called. And you say, back in the day when I first moved to Blackpool, I got my peddler's licence. This was back in the day when I didn't have a lot of money and I was trying to do the hotel, and the hotel was taking its time to actually pick up. So to make a little bit extra money, I would come out, this is before we had the arcade, I used to come out selling the flashy stuff in the illuminations, walk up and down the middle of the traffic and sell the flashy stuff. Best job I've had in Blackpool actually. Used to love doing that, my good laugh. So as I said, Dora the Explorer and the monkey, whatever the monkey's called, no idea what the monkey's called. Blackpool Pleasure Beach, Nickelodeon Land, yep. So it's obviously sponsored by Blackpool Pleasure Beach. So it looks like we're coming to the end of Nickelodeon Land, and ahead of us seems to be, I think they're sirens. They're mythical sea creatures. It could be Boots. The monkey could be called Boots. Maybe. Please put in the comments below if I'm right or if I'm wrong. So as I said, that's Nickelodeon Land's one's done, and this seems to be a nautical feel to it. Now I don't know if these are mermaids or sirens. They could be mermaids actually. I know some elements of it are sponsored by particular places, like Blackpool Pleasure Beach have obviously sponsored Nickelodeon Land ones. I don't know if any of you actually been to the Illuminations department, which is up at the back of Blackpool. I've actually been in there, and it's so cool to see all the different lights and all the different frames. And they've got like big frames where they fix all the lights, because they take them down at the end of the season and obviously clean them up and replace all the bulbs, and then they spend the off season of the Illuminations not being up fixing them and repairing them and designing new ones and stuff like that. There's a whole department for it. Lightworks, I think it's called. So yep, they're mermaids. Now we're just on the side of us, obviously we're on the Pleasure Beach. This is the side of the Pleasure Beach now. We can also see what's open around here as well, so there can be a little bit more going on now, so a little bit more to look at. The question is, am I going to have the patience to actually go through the whole lot? And if I do, how long is this video going to last? Yes, I am munching some biscuits. And we can have a look and see what's open as well. Not seen any coaches yet. Normally you get a lot of coaches coming down the illuminations. It's basically mainly cars. Mr. Chippy's open. There's Mr. Chippy. You can see it just there. There's Mr. Chippy. That's open. Never been there. So I said we're now on the nautical feeling side of it. Mr. Chippy, fish, chips, burgers, fries, jacket potatoes, chicken wings, nuggets, sausages, hot dogs, and more. Oh, I hope we see some of the trams. Are the old style trams going to be out? I do like the old style trams. So what we've got here, I'm just going to turn the camera slightly this way, because we've got a like a water feature which can be driving back, which actually makes sense to have a water feature by where the mermaids are. That makes sense. Now what is it? Is it? And there's a screen. Is it? There's another dude there selling the flashy stuff. Love it. Is that? I've got to think that might be Funny Girls. That might be the Funny Girls. Yeah, that definitely looks like the Funny Girls cast there on that water feature. I wonder if Pete's there. Okay, we're now by Pete's Hut. We've got Pete's Hut on my right hand side, which is open. There's a few people in there. And then we've got the amusement arcade on my right hand side, which is by the side of the pleasure beach. God, it's absolutely packed. I think I might, to be fair, I think I might just do this in two parts. I'll do one part tonight. We'll go down as far as South Pier. And then I might do the second part tomorrow night. And it'll be a bit quieter. Because there's no way I've got the patience to do the whole lot in one go. So this will be part one. So we're now at the casino part of the pleasure beach. Yeah, so we definitely call this part one. And we're just going past the Horseshoe, which is obviously one of the entertainment venues at the pleasure beach. Where they have shows and stuff like that. The miniature golf course. And on my left hand side is the water park. The Sandcastle water park. I don't think it's called the Sandcastle anymore. It used to be called the Sandcastle anyway. I really want to see what some of the old trams. And just there, On the left hand side is the Grove, the casino, the G. That'll be absolutely heaving now. I've not been in there for ages, a long time. You've got to admit, Blackpool do lights well. Fun fact, the reason Blackpool has illuminations, I think both of you probably know this, but Blackpool is the first place in the country to have street lights. Back in the day, I have no idea when, but it was the first town or place in the country that had street lights, electric street lights. And then they decided to do the illuminations to celebrate that. So that's how the illumination started in Blackpool, to celebrate us being the first town having street lights. How cool is that? Look, some information that I actually know. We've got Velvet Coaster here as well. Obviously it's a Wetherspoons. Which obviously used to be an arcade. Oh, I like that big Union flag there by the side of the South Pier. So South Pier is completely open. If you've ever been into South Pier, as you walk into it in the front entrance there, it's like a big circus tent inside. It looks so cool. If you do get a chance while you're visiting, pop into South Pier and look inside. As you say, it's just the way it's designed. It's like you're walking inside a big circus, and that's where the arcade's located. It's a bit windy at the moment, and it was raining earlier today. Not too heavy, but apparently we have got rain the rest of the week. Here's the lights we don't like, the traffic lights. And there's Pablo's, the fish and chip shop, famous fish and chip shop. Been here for absolutely years, it has. Oh, there's somebody else on the right hand side there selling the flashy stuff. Love it. Absolutely love it. Love the entrepreneurship of it. People going out there selling flashy stuff. I so miss doing that. Now we're at Talk of the Coast. It's the Viking Hotel, Talk of the Coast, like they have the big show bar in there. And I think it used to be Buddy Lee who was the comedian. I don't know if he still does it. Please let me know if it's still Buddy Lee. It's got to be, I don't know, 15 years since I've been in there. Now we're talking that we got castles. Is it castles or turrets or something like that, which we're coming up to now? Maybe Rapunzel's in there. Is it Rapunzel, the one with the long hair? And we're just going past the Queen's Hotel now on my right hand side. Fun fact, used to be owned by Pat Mancini, who passed away a few years ago. She started off owning a chip shop, and then they bought one hotel, and then they bought the next one to it, and the next one to it, and ended up with the Queen's Hotel. Legendary Pat Mancini was. And around the side of it there used to be a bar, and all the all the famous people who used to star on the shows, the stars of the shows on the piers. They used to go there at night time, and anybody used to go into them the bars on the side of it. But now it's owned by a coach company. I know when Pat Mancini passed away, her children sold it, and I said it's now owned by a coach company. It's still called the Queen's, but the bar on the side of it used to be legendary. And you say you used to have to know people just to get in there. You'd have the likes of Morecambe and Wise, Little and Large, Freddie Starr, all the big names that used to do the summer seasons. They don't do that anymore, having summer season tours anymore in Blackpool. When I first came here, they did. The Crankies and people like that. Because any big star hadn't made it until they'd done a summer season in Blackpool. Cliff Richard, people like that. And as I said, that's where they used to go. I think it was called the Theatre Bar. Now we're outside the steakhouse, the one with the cow on the roof. Been in there, really nice actually. I went to somebody's birthday. I think it might have been one of Pete's grandchildren's birthdays. I can't remember exactly whose birthday it was, but it was one of their birthdays anyway. I think it was one of the grandchildren. That was a couple of years ago. Got McDonald's now. On my right hand side. And the Dutton Arms. So as I said, we're gonna split this into two parts, because there's no way I'm gonna do this whole lot in one part. So tomorrow, the second part will be up. Oh, we've just hit a red light. And on my right hand side is Waterloo Road, which is the end of Waterloo Road where the Dutton Arms is. Do you know, I don't think I've ever been in the Dutton Arms. And then we've now got an array of fish and chip shops everywhere. Obviously the Cod Mother, and just down the road is the Cod Father. Oh, there is a coach. There's a coach just coming the other way now. I'm happy now, I've seen a coach. Glad to see that the coach tours are still doing illuminations. And there's somebody hanging out the sunroof with a twirly thing. He's enjoying himself. Okay, and now we've got pictures of fish and fireflies and stuff like that. These are old ones again, ones that I've seen before. And the old Yateses, which I believe has had planning permission to be turned into a food emporium of some description. Well, that's what it was the last time I read about it. That could change. And Mother Hubbard's fish and chip shop, the famous fish and chip shop since 1972. 72. Since 1972. So that's been there since 1972. The Donut King. The Big Burger. Sunny Days Hotel. As it seems to be looking at peacocks now, and are they geisha gills? Are they? They could be geisha gills, peacocks and geisha gills, maybe. I think these are the ones that is it Lowell Bowen did? The guy off that arty party guy. I think he designed these a few years ago. I remember reading it in the Gazette at the time. He was commissioned by Blackpool Council to actually do these. And we're going past the Codfather now. And that new grilled pizza place, which used to be the 1950s style diner, which obviously closed down last year. I'm most upset about that because I kept meaning to go into that place because it looks so cool from the outside. That's a testament, isn't it? Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today, because I can't go into there now because I got rid of it. The more fish, the more fireflies. Ah, look what I can see. I can see Sooty. Yay! I'm happy now. I can see Sooty. Easy wheezy, let's get busy. That's what I like to see. The classics. These are the real classics. Who remembers Sooty and Sweep and Sue? Who was the guy who did it? Was it Matthew Corbett? I think it was Matthew Corbett who used to do the programme Sooty and Sweep. But for those of you who don't know, Sooty was actually born in Blackpool. So he's got his own ties to Blackpool. It's Sooty's birthplace, Blackpool is. Sooty is a sandgrown. For those of you who don't know, a sandgrown is somebody who's born within the Fylde coast. And it basically means grown from the sand. I say I've been here 20 odd years, but I could never be a sandgrown because I wasn't actually born here. So it's a Sooty show. I love Sooty. I've still got a Sooty and Sweet puppet somewhere, which I had when I was a kid, because that was massive when I was a kid. There you can see it better now. There's Sooty. And in the picture in the front, he's got his little water pistol. And then the next one's his Sweep. And after that, I'm guessing will be Sue. I'm really happy now I've seen Sooty. You'll notice that the during illuminations, the Landos, basically the horse and carriages, don't go along the prom at the illuminations time. Oh, another coach. For obvious reasons, it's too busy and it's too hectic. You scare the horses, so they actually do the back streets during this time of the year. I don't know if that's the rule, I just know they do. They don't go on the prom at this time of the year. And it's great to see all the kids running around with all their swords and all their flashy things. Absolutely fantastic. Blackpool still got it. You can't deny it. Nobody does a light show like Blackpool. There's Sweep. And we're just coming towards the Lindeen Hotel now. Yeah, it's definitely a good idea to do this in 2 parts. You can see in the distance there yonder, the big wheel, which is fully illuminated now and fully working. Does look fantastic though, doesn't it? And you've also got the strobe lights coming off the pier, that central pier we're looking at in the distance. There's one of the modern trams. I do hope we see one of the old trams. Well, we've been driving for over half an hour, we've done about a mile. And what we got next seems to be Aliens. So that's Sutton Suite now finished, so we're just coming to the end of it. It's Sue right at the end. And then we got a bit of an alien attack. I've never been into the Lindeen Hotel either. The surprising thing is that when people come, when you guys who are watching this come on holiday as tourists, yeah, you probably go in more places than we do, because obviously we're stuck in the one place, aren't we? I'm stuck in the burger bar, Pete's stuck in his arcade, because we're working, so we don't actually tend to go into different properties or different buildings unless we know the people. So it's very few and far between that we go in. So you guys probably go into these places where we've not been in. So please let me know what the Lindeen's like inside. It looks nice. And there's a bit of a show cabaret bar in there. Yeah, I've been in a few of them, not that many. Not considering I've been in Blackpool for over 20 years. And people walking along the side, eating fish and chips. Love it. Don't know why we stopped again. Oh, here we go. You can see now the light beams that are being shone off Central Pier. Right, we're looking at Aliens now. And then you've got the green things flashing across as well. So you've got a couple of aliens there. And an alien ship. And on my right hand side is the Hotel Funky Towers, where you got the Blues Brothers sitting in there. 2 statues of the Blues Brothers. Please let me know in the comments if you've ever stayed in any of these hotels that I'm mentioning until I'm going down. Champagne and cocktail bar. That's new. What? Is that Den's bar? That's new. I've not seen that before. And in the middle of the aliens, there seems to be is that a donkey? Huh? I don't know why there's a donkey in the middle of the alien exhibition. There's another hotel here. I've just noticed there's another hotel here that's got bar open to the general public. There's obviously a hotel, and the bar's open for the public to go into. Bar open to non-residents. There's another dude selling the flashy stuff. Every year there's different flashy things being sold. One on each side of the road. The Beachfront Hotel. That looks like it's an old school one. Souvenir shops and all that lot are open now. There's Salter Bidding, a fish and chip shop there. You know I like that fish and chip shop. I did a review on that one and I was pleasantly surprised, considering it was a promenade fish and chip shop, how clean and nice it was. The Royal Hotel. That used to, I don't think it's so much now, but that used to have, I think Bernard Manning used to reside in there, used to do a residency in there back in the day. And it was a very popular place. I'm sure it's Bernard Manning used to do it in there. Anyone stayed in the Royal Hotel lately? Doesn't look like the old type trams are out and about. Does anybody know when they are? The Seaview Lodge. So on my right hand side now is the Manchester Bar, which has recently been taken over by new management. And it's got a kids play area as well there, so you can take kids in there. I've no idea what it's like, so I've not been into Manchester for years, because the Manchester used to be predominantly like a stag and hen type pub, where there used to be loads of bed and breakfasts up by where I used to have a hotel up on Longdale Road and Kirby Road and all that lot. But obviously since there's not a large amount of hotels up there anymore, it's more of just a normal pub now, except for football match day, I believe. So what we got now? Only in Blackpool, and there's a picture of a seagull. So we're now coming outside the Royal Sea Bank Hotel. And the next lot are Beaverbrooks, which is a shop uptown. This is sponsored by a jewellers. That's the word I was looking for, a jewellers. So this is Beaverbrooks, and it's sponsored by jewellers, which have got a jewellery shop uptown. So outside the Royal Sea Bank, which is obviously one of our Scottish friends' favourites, because that's one of my Blackpool promotions. and obviously the Craggy Dom. Two of our big hotels down here. And they have cracking entertainment on there. We're going to go far now at Chapel Street, so on Central Pier, and then we'll call it a day for today, because we have been going for nearly 45 minutes now. And I said we'll pick this one up tomorrow, and so tomorrow we'll go from Central Pier up to Red Bank Road, which is heading towards Bishburn area. So not long to go now, guys. So I said, as you can see, these are the diamonds, but obviously your family jewellers since 1919 or 19? What is that? What does it say? Is that 1919? I think it says. Yeah, 1919. Because I remember when they first put them up there. So we're outside now. The Mark Kelly's on the prom, which also has a kids play area in it. There's obviously part of a chain, and they got Elvis Sundays on, apparently. And then obviously at the back of that is the new Philly, which also has a child friendly area in it. So it is now 10:15. So it looks like this is the last ones we're going to see today. It's Beaverbrooks all the way along here. So food to go. And we're outside Double Burger. Jay's Double Burger. He's always open, that dude is. Always open. Middle of the winter, he's open. Nobody on the street, he's open. And this guy's got staying power. Me, as soon as my queue stops, I go home. But this dude never seems to go home. There's always the same bloke in there as well. There's a couple of people in there now. Now we're outside Gaiety's karaoke bar. And Pat's Bingo. Legendary Pat's Bingo. It's quite full in there. And we've got it, which is the old Scotty's Got It place. And now Silcox. And a Cheerios donut stall, that's new. Donut freshly made hut, that's new. And obviously we're here now at Central Pier. We're outside Silcox and on my right and Central Pier on my left. So I'm just going to turn down here now. So I'm going to go down Chapel Street. And I shall leave you at this point. And I said tomorrow we will pick up this video going from this point and going up towards Red Bank Road. Okay guys, if you like this video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And if you have been to any of the hotels or any of the places that I've talked about, please put it in the comments below. And I shall speak to you later. Thanks a lot for watching and bye for now.